So I am back and I have created all of my little loops along the inside of the cavity, top and bottom. Now I've worked with them to try to get them about the same length, although they tend to move around a bit. So I did start a new thread. I was able to use the same thread to get all the way through and create these little loops. So I start a new thread. I've got the tied off in here, and I just kind of buried it in under the walnut, came through, and I'm back up at the front. And I've tried this double faggoting stitch, and I'm not real fond of it, but we'll give it a try. See if it looks better the second time around. So I've come up, looped through that first bottom hole. We'll come up to the top, go through that top hole, pull it reasonably snug. Now you have to be careful because if you pull one loop, the rest come along. So it's kind of you have to be kind of careful. So here is one faggoting stitch. And I go down through the next loop. I did the little twist there, and then down through the next loop. And then here's the second faggoting stitch through the same loop, because this is the double faggoting stitch, remember? So there we go, and you have to loop it around. You have to get that little curl or wrap around in there, okay? So there's the second one. So see, you have to mess with these. So then we're gonna go on to the next loop. I feel like it's a little too crowded already. So there's two through there. The thread, maybe you have to use a thinner thread or something like that, but there's your twist on that one. We are going up to the next loop. I'm going to show you this, but I think I'm going to take it apart because I think it's going to be too crowded. Go from back to front, get your little twist in. Now remember, we need a second one in this loop. Yeah, see, it looks really crowded to me. Oh. Yeah, you got to twist through the bottom. Got to get your little twist in there. And then we're going back up through the same loop because we're doing the double. So here's two. We need to put two in this loop. And I think it just might be a little too crowded, but we'll see. So there's a second one. I'm going to pull it over because I have to twist it. So now you twist it. You go down to the next little loop. It's pretty tight in there. Okay, then we'll come back up, twist it, because that's what you do when you do a faggoting stitch. And then we go to the next loop. I hope this is on camera. We're doing a double faggoting stitch. And then you twist. It's pretty snug in there. It seems like there's a lot of thread. So we try to keep it over to this side. Here's this one. And then we've got to go through again because we're doing a double. So see if that'll fit in there. Now as you get to the smaller part of the cavity, this is going to be a little crowded. So then we go on. There's our second faggoting stitch. I mean, I guess it looks okay. It's just a little crowded. Now this will have to loosen up a little so we can get here. And it's sort of interesting, but it's... Do the little switcheroo, and we got to fit 2 in here. So I really feel like as we get further to the right, it's going to be way too crowded to put 2 in those loops. Must have oily fingers today. Okay, so here's 1. Here's the second one down here. Okay, we have to do the loop. We have to do the twist. Let's do the twist. Okay, so see, that's a little snug in there, a little crowded. Pulling this one back up. Let's try to move this over. Might be a different effect with thinner thread, but this is 2-ply waxed thread. So that's the second one in there. And then we go down to the next loop. So basically you're doing the faggoting stitch, but you are going through the loop twice. You are creating 2 faggoting stitches. Now that almost looks like that's full coverage. So the picture I saw, there was more room in between here. And so I guess if you space out your loops, it's going to be a whole different effect. So I think as I get further down, I am going to want to thin these out because it's just going to be a big mess here when you get down here. So probably what I'll do is from here on out, I am just going to do a faggoting stitch through the loops, 1 faggoting stitch through each loop. So the other thing that happens is as you pull these loops tighter, these ones get, you know, you're taking away from these. So let's just do single here. And I think that's going to look a lot better as you get into the smaller part of the cavity. And I'll try not to pull so tight because I think that's where we lose. Our loops get a little funky. Yeah, see, I think that looks better. And that's what I'm going to do. That's the glory of it. It's your basket. You could do what you want to do. I just think the double further down in the cavity is going to be too crowded. So this is okay. I like this look okay. And yeah, it looks kind of like a sweater stitch or something. I don't know. It's pretty full, but that's okay. So I'll just keep doing this and work it down. And use all my little, try to keep it tight without losing our little loops. So there's our loop, and they're, you know, they move around quite a bit, so it's not a big deal, but you could just pull some of it back if it's too tight. So here's a loop here. So this is ending up going diagonally because of the way I put the loops, although I thought I had them straight across from each other. It's not looking that way, but that's okay. We'll see how it turns out. I can always take it apart if I really don't like it. And there's always room to tighten up at the end because you've got a lot of little loops there. So I'm just trying not to pull it as tight because it kind of pulls on the loops a little bit. Yeah, so it's kind of going diagonally. I definitely like the single. I definitely like the single stitch much better. So I'll have to try to mimic this on the other side. I don't know if I can, but we'll see. That gives you a lot of coverage there. I'm just going to keep going, and then we'll see where we end up. But there is play towards the end, I know. I made sure of that, even though I have the same amount of loops because I counted them out. There will be some play towards the end. And I probably will, as I get closer to the end, I don't even know if I'll be adding the twist because it does add to it. It adds to the thickness. So, here we go. Okay, I am going to keep working my way to the end here, and I'll finish off my thread and hide it as usual. Let me know what you think of that stitch. I like it better now that when I first did it, I did double all the way down and it was just full. So this way it's full, it's pretty full here. And I did 1, 2, 3, 4 doubles and then just started with the single stitch. And I think I'll like that much better. So let me know what you think, but this part is the doubled faggoting stitch, and you have to, or you need to add these little loops to do that. But I was thinking maybe you could just attach here, but nope, that doesn't follow the rules. So anyway, this is what it looks like. It looks pretty cool through here. As it gets to here, you couldn't have the doubles in here. It would just fill in the whole cavity, I think. Of course, you could do it whatever way you want, but that is the double faggoting stitch. So I will do the same thing on this side over here and show you the steps for the double again. And you know how to do the single. So you don't need to see any more of that. So thanks for watching.